Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? How's your mom and them? Let's talk about some pocket knives. You want to? Alright, hillbilly jargon out of the way. Saturdays are for the bone boys. I bet you can't guess what's in here. If you can't read, I guess. Today we're talking about some more Schrade knives. And me and Mr. Milo exchanged some pleasantries, so this video's for him. He's a big fan of Schrade, so I figured we would indulge in some more Schrade knives. I'm a big Schrade fan myself. So what we're looking at, as you can read, is one of Schrade's Heritage Series, Ellenville, New York, zip code 12428. Now, these knives are pretty special. We'll kind of talk about the history of them. You are now the owner of one of Schrade Cutlery Corp Heritage Knives. We at Schrade are very proud of this beautiful bone-handled pocket knife line, and we are sure that you find it satisfactory in every respect. I personally inspected this knife and would be very interested in hearing from you if you should care to write to Schrade about this product. Carolyn Shorter. Attention, Carolyn Shorter. Inspection Department, Ellenville, New York, 12428. That tells you right there quality control went into this line from Schrade. In my opinion, this is Schrade's top of the line. We'll browse through the book right quick. Schrade's Heritage. Pretty lengthy. It's like a dadgum grocery receipt without that $300 price tag. We're bringing back features only the finest American cutlers can produce. Genuine smooth bone handles in green, red, and brown. Polished markside, PMS, of the master blade. Polished brass linings and springs to give the inside of each knife a mirror finish. Threaded bolsters. The raised Empire shield carries the Schrade name and year of manufacture, our assurance of excellence. Schrade's Heritage, the finest in American cutlery. The handle material used on Schrade's Heritage knives is genuine bone from beef cattle. These cattle still graze and roam the grasslands. This produces a denser, harder bone on these animals than those raised in feedlots. This bone is thoroughly cleansed, cut into slabs, shaped, drilled, and dyed. After many hand operations, the final finish result in the beautiful natural handles that are on your Schrade Heritage knife. These genuine bone handles, if taken care of properly, will give many years of satisfactory service. They will become more beautiful with age and use, but may develop hairline cracks or surface checks, which is normal with bone. Y'all, remember that. Stag and bone will crack. Just with time, just with drying out, just with aging. An occasional application of some light oil will help to keep your bone handles in good condition and will prevent excess drying out. You must remember, however, that bone is bone and it must be taken care of properly. If abused or misused, if dropped on hard surfaces, these genuine bone handles will break or crack and will not give you the satisfactory service that is obtainable through proper care. Therefore, we offer our warranty against defective materials and workmanship on the handle of our Schrade Heritage knives, but we will not replace handles that have broken, cracked, chipped, or discolored through misuse, carelessness, or age. New handles can be put on, but you must send your knife to the factory for inspection and cost information on handle replacements. Remember, your knife is a cutting tool only. Do not use it to pry, chisel, hammer, or for any other non-cutting jobs. Schrade Cutlery Corp., Helenville, New York. Division of Imperial Knife Associated Companies. Now, we all love Schrade, but remember, they were owned by Imperial, so you've got to have a love for Imperial knives to appreciate Schrade. You got to have a love for both of the knife companies' history. But anyways, let's get into it. This is the Barlow from Schrade Heritage Series 1983. This was the first year the Heritage Series come out. Got a couple flutes on the bolster. Smooth green bone. I don't know, that might be the brown bone. No, there's some hues of green. That's definitely the green bone version. The blades were etched. Trademark Everlastingly Sharp. Heritage Schrade Plus, New York, USA. And for those who don't know, Plus, when you see Schrade Plus, means stainless. If it doesn't say plus, it's carbon. And this is the 2661 pattern. Gorgeous Barlow. Got a deal on it. Y'all will come to find out. I'm a knife collector, but if I don't feel like I'm getting a deal on it, I'm not buying it. But that being said, I am so impressed with the quality of this little Barlow that I think I'm going to try to complete a set of these Heritage knives. Might take me some years, but it's on the agenda. This little knife has inspired me to try to get a complete set. You know, it comes in a nice little fitted. Now, this foam's starting to deteriorate. Every time you put the knife in and out, it's covered in dust off of that foam. But these come in 6 knife sets. They come, let me pull this up here. Schrade Heritage Set 6 box. Stockman, Junior Stock, Barlow, Muskrat, Whittler, and Trapper. Brown, red, or green bone. 1983. Now I have read rumor that in 85 to 86, the Barlow, the 2661 pattern was replaced by the 2331 jackknife. But since I have the Barlow, that's what we're building a set off of. Don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to get the whole set of these. They're beautiful. I think they're some of Schrade's most well thought out knives. And man, they're gorgeous. So there's a little history on Schrade's Heritage Series. And since we've been on the topic of dating some Schrades, you'll have to forgive the dirty cleaning mat. It's a cleaning mat. It gets dirty cleaning knives and showing knives. Let's show some more Schrades. There you go, Mr. Milo. Now this right here is a Schrade Walden, New York, USA. Florist knife. Has a big sheep foot. You can see the handles are shrinking. You can see the liners all around. Jack Hayes Dairy Pack. Now, where the model number is kind of pitted. It's hard to see. But this is a 176 pattern florist knife from Schrade Walden. Whenever they dropped the Walden stamp in '73, They still carried this pattern, but it was in a Schrade. It was a 175 pattern. So this one is going to date late 50s to 73 because it has a model number on it. Late 50s is when they started adding model numbers to the Schrade Walden line. On that tangent, here is a Schrade Marlin, or Schrade Walden Marlin spike knife, navy knife, rub knife, whatever you want to call it. With the little lever lock. Now this one's seen some love. You don't have to press down to unlock this one. Plastic jig handles, some kind of synthetic. I don't know if it's Delrin. It might be a little earlier than Delrin. I can't remember off the top of my head when Delrin come into play, but there are dates on handle materials. Y'all can look up when celluloid first come about, when Delrin first come about. You can see this one's had some love on the sharpening side, but whoever had it did pretty good. They didn't just absolutely ruin the blade. And like I said, this one's well loved. You don't have to press down, but still. Kapow. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, wipe that oil off. Now this one is Schrade Walden, New York, USA, stainless. Schrade Walden started adding USA in the early 50s. No model number. So you can date this knife from the early 50s to the late 50s. The more you know. And here, this is not a Walden. This is just a Schrade. I'm sure y'all have seen this handle material, this synthetic. This was called the butter and molasses handle. Pretty fitting, huh? But this little Stockman, well, I say little, this is a medium-sized Stockman. This is the Schrade USA. $896K. Now this pattern was made during the Walden years and the after 73, the early just plain Schrade years. This is the only butter and molasses I have, but they're pretty sought after. But this pattern was built from 52 to 80. So you can date this one 1974 to 1980. Just a little more info on dating some Schrade Waldens. And I hope y'all got something out of this. And guys, if I missed something, if I'm wrong, if my books, if my sources aren't correct, please go down in the comments and let me know, because I hate misinformation on these knives. One of my passions is trying to figure out when they were made, dating them, learning more about the company. And one more tangent here, one more gripe. About 4 times in the last year, having conversations with people about knives. I've brought up a barlow, and I've had multiple, I'm going to say about 4 people in the last year bring up the fact that, well, when I was a kid, barlows were just cheap knives, just junk knives, and it's not their fault that they don't know that it's a pattern, that it's a shape. But it's something that's been bugging me. And this is a place I can vent about some knife gripes. So I'm sure most of y'all watching are more informed than that, because they're talking about the imperials and colonials and shell-handled barlow knives that they seen in their youth, not knowing that the barlow is a pattern, one of the oldest patterns that are still made today. And let's talk about a little bit of barlow history right quick. Barlow, circa 1667 to 1798. This is the original barlow marking. This knife pattern was invented by Obadiah Barlow. In the year 1667, Obadiah founded the firm that would bear the family name until 1798. The firm was on Campo Lane, near the center of Sheffield, England. In 1710, his grandson, John Barlow, joined him in the business. John then continued the business until his son, also named John, entered the business in 1745. This last John Barlow was the final member of the family. When he died in 1798, the genuine Barlow met its demise. There were several knife makers named Barlow in the 1700s and 1800s. There was a Samuel Barlow, who made pocket knives, a John Barlow, who made table cutlery in the 1870s, James Barlow, a razor maker from 1828 to 1856. None of these later Barlows were any relation to the original family of Obadiah Barlow. In addition to these, F. Ward & Co. used the Barlow markings in the 1860s through the 1880s. So, Obadiah Barlow in Sheffield, England, was the original Barlow. Made the original Barlow pattern. And it is still around, still loved by many. It's one of the oldest patterns around that's still being made. Very interesting. Barlow was not just a cheap clamshell knife that you seen a dime a dozen when you were a kid. A lot richer history to it than that. And that's my knife gripe for today, is some people's ignorance about the term Barlow knife. But anyways, guys, there's some more dating on some charades. Mr. Milo, I hope you appreciated this. I know Red Eye, Mr. Red Eye Patriot, you'll probably get a kick out of it. Anyways, guys, this is Hillbilly Proud. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all learned something. If I missed something, if I misspoke about something, please correct me. I'm continually trying to further my knowledge on knives. It's a passion of mine. It's something I enjoy. I enjoy reading the history of them. I enjoy researching them. And if I read something wrong or convey something wrong, I take criticism very well. Correct me. Let me know I'm wrong. Because I hate thinking I'm right and then having to eat crow on something. Nobody likes that. So guys, please, if y'all catch me slipping, saying something wrong, let me know. My mission statement for this channel is I'm here to share. I'm here to learn. I'm here to help y'all learn, and I hope y'all can help me learn. I said it in the channel description if y'all have read it. But anyways, I've drug this out long enough, guys. Won't take up no more of your Saturday. Tomorrow's Stag Sunday. Y'all check back in with me. I appreciate all y'all. It's been a real cool experience. I'm grateful for each and every one of y'all. Thanks for being here. This is Hillbilly Proud. Y'all have a good one.